So as you're coming up, you're making a name, you're doing some work in Florida, you're getting things done, you're building some credit for yourself, and Sonny gets picked up and he becomes a boss, and he starts kind of seeing that's what's happening with you. And then there's this event that takes place in Florida with the, you got to get this boat, you got to get a nice boat, and you go get this FBI boat. And you and Sonny have a conversation there where, and I'm covering a lot of different things, but I kind of want to hear from you, where Sonny says something like, hey, I think Lefty's holding you back. I think, I can help you become a made man and all this other stuff. How did that transition take place from Lefty to you starting to get closer to Sonny? Because if I read it well and if I've studied it properly, you probably spend the most time with Lefty. After Lefty's probably Sonny that you spend the most time with, right?
Correct.
How did that transition take place?
Well, what happened is that I'm with Lefty, and remember, Mike Sabella was our captain, and Carmine Galenti was the boss. So now we're in Little Italy. They whack Carmine Galenti. They make a guy by the name of Rusty Rastelli the boss of the family.
Who's in prison at the time.
Sonny Black now gets up to captain. They knock Mike down because Mike was close with Carmine Galenti. Nicky Marangello was Galenti's underboss. They go to Mike and Nicky and say, look, you either step down or we're going to whack you. Since they knocked Mike down, now the administration of the family, they put me and Lefty under Sonny Black because he's now elevated to captain. He's in Brooklyn. So now me and Lefty have to report to Brooklyn every day to Sonny Black. So of course I get introduced to Sonny. Again, Sonny's involved in gambling. He's got gambling operations going. It's moving swag. So I'm involved in all of this with them. Now the FBI has another undercover operation in Tampa. They were trying to get the Santo Trafficante, who was the mafia boss in Florida, but they weren't getting to him. And they say, hey, you think you can bring the Bananos to Florida? I brought him out to Milwaukee. I don't know, I don't want, I said, all right, tell me who the undercover agent is. I said, let me see what I can do. So I go through the same routine, but this time what I do is I said, I can't say again, somebody called me, and said, hey, Donnie, I said, what we'll do, we were going back and forth to Miami a lot. When I say we, me and Lefty, all right? Because he'd like to go down there on the weekends and hang out, all right? Because we had an
inn. For fun. This is not business. It's for fun.
Yeah, for fun. Because we had an inn at one of the major hotels that, we would get a suite and just hang out by the pool. So I said, all right, have the undercover agent, who also was going by the name of Tony, bump into us in the hotel restaurant bar.
Bump into us.
Yeah. This way it's not like, hey, left, a guy from Florida called me, right? So that's what happened, a chance meeting, okay? Hey, Donnie, how you doing? I haven't seen you, blah, blah, blah. Tony, hey, I want you to meet Lefty. Oh, I got a nightclub up in Tampa. Their minds are always working about how to make money, right? And of course, a nightclub, you're thinking, no kidding, I got a nice club. It's a private club. Why don't you guys, come on up sometime? One day I said, Left, why don't we take a run down and check this club out? So, tell Sonny, yeah, go ahead, check it out. So me and Lefty fly down and he shows us around. It's gorgeous. It's on like 5 acres, got tennis courts. At night, the place is jammed. We go back, tell Sonny. Sonny flies down. And now, they get the idea, oh, we got a great thing going here. Now we have to go through the same routine because they can't conduct any illegal business here because it's Trafficante's territory.
Same thing. You got to go negotiate dollars.
So
this is me. He's been with me for 10 years.
Right. Now, the whole difference here is once they set up the meeting with Trafficante, me and Sonny go to the meeting. Just me and Sonny.
Lefty's not there.
No, which ticks him off.
Why wouldn't Lefty be there?
Sonny didn't want him there.
Oh, wow.
Sonny didn't want him there.
Got it.
So I'm now in a precarious situation because he says, me and Donnie are going to meet Trafficani.
Now it seemed like there's some animosity between from Lefty to Sonny, because Lefty felt like I've been here for 30 years. When am I going to get the opportunity to kind of get my bump? So was that kind of the deeper?
Oh yeah, because he's figuring he's bringing you in to meet with him. I've been a wise guy forever. I gotta placate Lefty and say, Left, what's the difference? I'm still your guy. Yeah. We can do this and that. So me and Sonny meet with Trafficani. Trafficani gives the okay. You guys can do what you want there. We get a cut.
They're good with it. So that's
as long as they get a cut of it. What does he care?
Got it.
He's not putting any men there to run anything.
Got it.
Then what happens is that the guys want to go out on a fishing trip. So the FBI has a boat. I said, Left, do you remember we were out in San Diego? I said, remember we met those couple girls at the bar and we bought them dinner? He said, yeah. I said, well, one of them told me your brother has a boat. I always back stuff up. So I said, let me see if I can find the number. So the next day I said, yeah, I got the number here in my little address book. So we set it up and we went out fishing, et cetera, et cetera. Well, that boat was used in another FBI undercover operation and was not supposed to be surfaced. And what happened was there was a leak to the media about the undercover operation, so the FBI had to surface the operation prematurely. And the boat was on the cover of Newsweek. And
on the cover of Newsweek?
Yeah.
I thought it was a story inside the Newsweek.
No, it was on the cover.
It was on the cover of Newsweek?
I'm sure it was on the cover.
Oh, wow.
I'm sure it was.
So when that happens, were you on the, because you were on a flight the first time you saw it, right?
Right.
So when was it when he saw it and he found out about it?
We were in Miami, actually, because I remember him saying, come on, let's go to Wolfie's in Miami. I think it's a famous Jewish delicatessen.
Okay.
I mean, everybody knows it. And we go there and we sit down and, and he says, does this look familiar?
Just the two of you?
Yeah. I said, it's a boat. He said, we were on that boat. I said, Left, how can we be on that boat? Which, now, the name of the boat was a Left Hand.
What are the chances? So not only you find the boat's name is Left Hand.
So he said, Donnie, what's my name? I said, Lefty. He said, what's the name of that boat? He said, you think I'm going to forget that? So I said, let me see.
Wow.
I said, Left. Even if it was, nobody's come after us. They were after all these politicians. And he said, Donnie, he said, I don't know if I should tell, if I should go tell the bosses. I said, Lefty, we're still walking around. I said, look when these arrests were made. We're still walking around. I said, they don't want us. What did we do? We went on the boat, we went fishing, had some submarine sandwiches, some heroes. That's it.
So let me ask you, is he doubting you, or is he doubting somebody else on the crew that may have been a informant? Was he questioning you that moment?
Well, at that moment, he was questioning me.
He was questioning you.
But don't forget, now I've been with him so long, and nothing ever.
That's what I'm saying.
Nothing ever happened, He was saying, did she ever say that, I said, no, she just told me her brother had a boat. If we ever wanted to go out on it. So
we could, yeah.
We could.
So then you guys go, then you have
and he never mentioned it to anybody.
He never brought it up to Sonny.
Never brought it up to Sonny.
And they never saw it either.
No.
So that's so interesting.
Because nobody ever brought it up. He was the only one that brought it up.